French recent past with FrenchSpanishOnline.com. The recent past in English is this structure to have just following by the past participle of the verb. For example, with the verb to finish, we can say I have just finished my work. As you can see, you have the expression have just following by the past participle of the verb finish. In French, we have a similar structure, but with a different verb. We don't use the verb to have, but the verb to come. We say venir de, and the verb is on the infinitive form, not the past participle. So to translate I have just finished my work, in French we say je viens de terminer mon travail. As you can see, we have the verb to come, de, and the infinitive form of the verb terminer, to finish. Je viens de terminer mon travail. Let's take more example with other verbs. For example, the verb to eat. I have just eaten. Je viens de manger. Again, we have the verb to come, following by de, following by the infinitive form of to eat. You have just finished. Tu viens de finir. He has just arrived. Il vient d'arriver. The T apostrophe because we have a vowel here. We have just done it. How to translate it and where to place it? On vient de le faire. As you can see, the pronoun is just before the verb. Le. Of course, if it is related to a feminine word in French, for example, the washing up, la vaisselle, we have just done it. In French, we will say on vient de la faire in this case. We have just got up. Nous venons de nous lever. To get up in French is the reflexive verb, as we said, to get up oneself, se lever. Se becomes here nous, because we say oui, nous venons de nous lever, again, before the infinitive form. You have just said it, vous venez de le dire. They have just left, ils viennent de partir, or elles viennent de partir, if you know who is speaking. Depending on the context, so the French recent past means a few minutes ago or a few days. For example, let's take an example with a few days. On vient de passer à l'heure d'été. So we have just switched to daylight saving time. Put our clock forward of 1 hour. You know certainly that in Europe there is a difference between the time in summer and in winter. We put our clock forward in summertime. So when you say on vient de passer à l'heure d'été, it can be today, yesterday, or 1 week ago. So depending on the context, depending on what the period of time you are talking about, you can say that the recent past is for a few minutes ago or a few days. But we have different ways to translate the English recent past. We can see first that we can add the word juste in French with the same meaning, just to stress the recent past, the word juste. Je viens juste de terminer. In this case, the translation I have just finished, we mean that a few seconds ago. Je viens juste de terminer. Because if you say je viens de manger, can be a few minutes ago. But if you say je viens juste de manger, the meaning is a few seconds ago in this time. Another way of using the French recent past is to add the expression à l'instant at the end of the sentence. Il vient de partir à l'instant. So he has just this minute gone. So as you can see, we have different way of translating the English recent past with the verb to come, with the word juste to say a few seconds ago, and again with the expression à l'instant a few seconds ago too. Because it's a recent past, you cannot use it with the passé composé in French when it's related to the past. For example, if you're narrating a story, you need the imparfait. Il venait de partir, he had just gone when something happened, etc. How to use the pronoun on in French to translate I have just been and the past participle. For example, when you say in English, I have just been told that, so in the expression actually you don't know who told you that. I have just been told. In French, for this reason, we don't use the pronoun I, but the neutral pronoun on. On vient de me dire, and I becomes here me. On vient de me dire que. Another example with we have just been sent, so again, on vient de nous envoyer. Nous is for we. A last example, she has just been given. She here becomes lui, and we say on vient de lui donner. So if you don't remember the pronoun here, there is a lesson for that. Some expressions we use in French with the recent past. For example, il vient de m'arriver une tuile. I have just had a problem. This expression, une tuile, for a problem. Il vient de m'arriver une tuile. La nouvelle vient de tomber. The news has just come through. La nouvelle vient de tomber. And we use here the verb to fall. Ce que tu viens de dire est horrible. What you have just said is horrible. Un bébé qui vient de naître, ou un enfant qui vient de naître, we say a newborn baby. We say qui vient de naître, who has just, actually. C'est nouveau, ça vient de sortir, related to a book, to a CD, to a DVD, a film, etc. So we say ça vient de sortir. It is new, it has just come out. And we use the expression ça vient de sortir. Pay attention to this common error. Venir de plus infinitive to translate the recent past, and the expression venir de plus noun this time, which is the translation of to come from, totally different. Je viens du jardin, the meaning is I'm coming from the garden, or I come from the garden. Okay? So pay attention between these two expressions. The recent past need the infinitive form. And that's all for this lesson, so thank you for watching these slides with me. C'est fini. Go to FrenchSpanishOnline.com/magazine to have the script of this lesson. See you next time. Au revoir.